boom, boom, boom. Yes, I'm just gonna be sitting here for like 10-20 seconds. Also, I'm late, but this time it was just me waking up late, and I'm also making sure that things are okay, because I was actually trying to do a thing, and then I accidentally did something in the back. I wasn't supposed to do that. I'm also checking the files because I want to see what happens when I do this. I think... yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens when I do this. This is going to look a little odd, but... oh, I have double voice? Alright, hold on. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Okay, is it better now? Is it better now? I think it's better now. I was testing things on OBS. This is why you might have heard double voice for a moment. So, it should be okay now. Let me know. And let me know if my mic audio is too loud and the game audio is too low. I feel like my game audio might still be too high in that my voice in the game audio is conflicting with each other. Because when I test out a different setup and different settings on OBS, I sound lower and the game sounds louder. But without further ado, let's just get going. That's kind of why I wanted to wait for a moment and why I'm 15 minutes late. I don't have a pinned comment because one, I woke up late, and two, I was doing other things. So, as we get into just custom characters, this is also going to be kind of a mystery feature. Although, again, I'm testing things out, and then I failed to... hold on. I failed to load a character that I thought should have been loaded. Out of curiosity, who is it? I think I know who it is. But, I mean, if they don't appear, then I guess they don't appear. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, and then okay, that one. Oh no, it's because I didn't load it yet. So they'll appear when I load it. It's a character I've done before, but I haven't done on stream. So I think I haven't done them on stream. But without further ado, let's just get into it because boy, we'll do 2 runs as always, Ath and then Zektast because funsies, and that's gonna also mean fun, and by fun I mean not fun when I do the custom mysteries. One of them I've done before, but another one I don't think I've done actually on stream. So, here we go. As we get into the World of Horror character exclusive custom character, we start with the box cutter and a healing item. Essentially a healing item, but in tune with the lore, meat. Barbecue. I know I've played this character before, but not after 1.0. This is why I'm at least testing it so that they seem compatible with 1.0. I think I was testing things as well, but we'll see. I would like a point in strength, actually. And then we have Dexterity 8, Second Encounter, Second Mystery, Charisma, Light, and Strength. I know I have a lot in my backlog in terms of things people ask for, but I definitely do want to do a Lighthouse Sigil video. Because I feel it would help to have another source. I mean, I think there may be one video out on it, but I'm not sure. That's why my voice tone of voice also went up. So, anywho, let's do this. So, my little house rule on custom mysteries, yes, we have house rules on this channel, is that I play the custom mysteries over the mystery that they're given. Obviously, there's not really much else you can do about that. But for fair reasons, quote-unquote fair house rule reasons, I don't reroll, is what I mean. So, as we move on with our life, going to finally review, unless the mysteries look like that, then I will prioritize the new mystery that I haven't done, quote-unquote haven't done, over an older mystery. But this will the shuffle of custom mysteries changes when your game reloads. Otherwise, I would just copy the Ito file so that I can make sure I can do them both in a run. But hey, so let us review the character for a moment. 3, 4, 6, 5, 4 stat spread, strength 3, dexterity 4, perception 6, 5 knowledge, 4 charisma. Doesn't lend themselves a lot to Harbinger things, but again, not a lot of things are balanced for Harbinger, so I mean, I think the community has done a good job, me included, of reminding people that you do have to be aware of your stat spread. Because Zektast now exists, if nothing else. So, but again, it's balanced out by the fact that they have the box cutter. I don't know if that was a conscious decision, but just objectively speaking, when you give someone the box cutter item / weapon, yeah, that kind of outdoes a lot of the stat spread. But because Zektast now exists, it can get a bit wonky. But as long as the stat spread isn't impossible, this is actually quite still doable, a lot doable on Zektast. We're not on Zektast, but I'm just letting you know now, when we get into the Zektast run, Having a weapon is gonna do a lot, and then even if the box cutter breaks, you still have a usable weapon, so definitely a very quick burn into hoping that you level up, because you do get... This character does have the sharpening stone perk that you can level up into, and the box cutter, while broken, is still a sharp weapon, so you can therefore still have a very fast 4 damage weapon. But the immediate 6 damage at base helps out, and then obviously having... If you have reason healing, that's very, very valuable in World of Horror in my opinion, so... Hey, so we're going to try to take the custom mystery third, just for base reason, and then maybe I'll take it later in a future run. I'll definitely also narrate for the first time, and then after that, we're going to be doing more gameplay things. But yes, thank you very much to anyone, really, who lets me know of things happening in stream. So double voice is usually me setting things in OBS, so that's usually going to be something I have to do. But anywho, max threat level school. Also, I feel like I'm a bit louder now, but I guess it's fine. I'm going to tweak this a little bit. Low threat level forest, high threat level hospital, village, and something else. School, I guess we will set things to school, even though I'm not visiting school yet. I feel like I will soon, so away we go. And so for people who are newer to these kinds of streams that I do for custom content in general, but mainly characters, is that I normally do 2 runs at least, one on Ath and one on Zictast. With the one I do on Ath has World of War backstory. That's to kind of more treat the character on a level setting, as disrespectful as that is to the old god Ath. Ath is pretty much the most neutral god you can do, unless you're dealing with spells, then I guess you can do like Kathak or something, but hey, and then this character has 7 luck, you know, every little point helps. And then the second one is Zictast random backstory, because that's one of the... Zictast is one of the hardest old gods to deal with for most characters, and so that kind of test exists. If nothing else, the Zictast run is to, you know, is one kind of test for mechanics for a custom character, because you're looking at the stat spread, and then you're looking at the character as a whole, if they can deal with the stat spread, because it's not just about stats. Say if you have a character that starts with 20% more doom for whatever reason, or 10 funds, then you can do interesting plays that can allow you to avoid Zictast shenanigans. But that's a worry for a character when they get tested with Zictast. Again, I'm not going to ask every custom content or person who makes custom characters or creator of custom characters to test out their characters on every single old god, because I think that's a bit unreasonable. People just want to make characters and they want to make them fun. So hey, nice 7+1 roll, by the way. But the one thing I will at least ask for, and the main rule, is that don't give your character less than 2 stats, because Harbinger exists. Now, if you want to do something interesting with that, you can, but normally if you put a character with a stat at 1, at least then allow people to tweak the stats so that you can do it. And that sounds weird, because you can do whatever you want with the Ito file on your own. But hey, should I have also unequip the box cutter? I think the box cutters can break during Shiro-san, but anywho. But yes, even if it breaks though, as long as I level up, it shouldn't be too bad. And it does break here, so good to know. I mean, it's not something that would have taken a lot of thought to process properly, but you know, good to know. Because it doesn't proc on attacks. It procs on if it's gonna break in an encounter, which, you know, fair enough, question mark. Also, we're in Flood. I might actually try to reroll for the Sharpening Stone perk. So let's find out how much we can do here. Nice 50-50, but you know what? 60 to 70% chance of hitting an attack. I have to deal with it. I have to deal with it. Also have another investigation to go through before I level up. But mainly looking for Sharpening Stone. Other perks are okay, but in this particular instance, Sharpening Stone is the one you look for. Now, if we grab the Steak Knife, I think that's pretty much the same. Is it? 372.70, 365.60. Okay, never mind. Box Cutter's better. Unless you're going for a lot of accurate attacks, then I guess Steak Knife. Yeah, I guess maybe Steak Knife. But we get Sharpening Stone, so that helps out. And then I don't really care. Most of the time I just force strength because bracing is a heck of a thing in this game. But because this... Yeah, the box cutter is faster, but I do like that little bit of accuracy. For now, until it's not great, then we'll find out. The only reason I would switch around the box cutter and the steak knife if I needed to throw the steak knife, because the steak knife does do more throw damage. It does 5 damage when thrown, compared to the box cutter that only does 1 when thrown. Also, I'll just take this Doom to the face. We're in Flood, so that's the trade-off, and we can perfectly do prep attack for 8 damage. That's really all I ask for. Usually. Not. Sometimes you want a little bit more, but 8 damage minimum is serviceable. In this particular instance, not as much, so I will be able to rest. So I guess we'll do this and find out. Okay, we get bonus damage, so never mind. We do this. And we shouldn't run into another encounter. That glitched magician was an Ath encounter, therefore that's why I ran into 2 encounters back to back. And I think I actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch back to the box cutter. I might want to throw the steak knife. Let's see if I make a good call here. I would be able to calculate this properly if I remembered numbers exactly in this game, the boss's HP and whatnot, but feeling a bit lazy at the moment, so yeah, 40% accuracy. This is not really in my favor, unless I'm looking to hit 3 attacks, which it's a little better, but you know what, just to have some fun, we'll do it. 50, 40, 40. And we're really trying to hit at least 3 attacks, but you know, fair enough, 50, 50, 50. Although I think I can do this. Yeah, I can do that. So let's do that, and then let's start taking 2 reason damage. After a certain point, I should trade stamina here, but let's get it down to a workable amount of HP. Okay, well, what I can also do here is just immediately defeat the encounter, but you know what, let's do this first. That's probably for the best. Because then, like I said, I can throw the steak knife and get out. That is throwing away a high accuracy weapon. I didn't need to do that, or a higher accuracy weapon. Albeit slower, but I'd rather be able to brace into prep attack than attack with higher accuracy by 10%. Maybe that's a bad decision, we'll find out. But as we get into Pen Pal Prowl's Postal, we'll get into it. We'll read the postcard from Tokyo first. Perhaps I should check on you. See how you're doing. +1 Doom with investigating. So this +1 Doom with investigating is kind of a standard now, because I think custom events or custom mysteries and their events that are tied to custom mysteries are still not increasing Doom by 1. So this isn't a bad effect. If you look at this and see, I mean, I think I used to complain, or if I did complain, it kind of makes sense because, again, Doom doesn't increase during events in custom mysteries. Custom events that are tied to custom mysteries. Anywho, Pen Pal's Prowl's Postal. You come home, the character, she comes home after a long night to find her mailbox stuffed with flyers and bills. Among the rubbish, one letter stands out. Mia's address and name neatly written in cursive on the envelope. Yes, you'll notice that I switched the pronouns and the you second person to the character, just for a bit more immersion. Also to kind of train my brain. So Mia opens it in her apartment to find a single postcard of Tokyo Tower. On the back, in the same handwriting, a message. Hi, it's me. I miss you. Unless it's dialogue, of course, then I say you. Then, do you miss me too? Are your investigations going well? You never write anymore. Have you considered how that makes me feel? Perhaps I should check on you. See how you're doing. Yours truly, Trevor, but T. Mia puts the postcard down, uneasy. Who is this mysterious T, and what do they want? No, not T-E-A, letter T. She can't really think of any friends or even acquaintances in Tokyo who the message could refer to. She scrutinizes the envelope, looking for any clues pointing to the author's identity as we do some apartment investigations, if that wasn't already apparent. And we have a dog, that's right. Camp dog. The second there's no return address, and next to hers there seem to be some other characters blotted out. The envelope looks crumpled and the postmark is smeared, but as far as she can tell, it looks genuine. As Mia's wondering if the letter was just a rather distasteful prank, there's a sudden knock on her door. She jumps up, startled. Could it be? Who is it? Postman, I've come to deliver a letter. Comes muffled from behind the door. She couldn't recognize her local mailman's voice for the life of her anyway. Perhaps it does sound vaguely familiar? Surely the letter's author, even assuming real malicious intent, wouldn't be so brazen as to announce themselves on her doorstep in broad daylight. Why am I mixing up B's and D's? Sneak to the door and look through the people. More dexterity check failures. Mia tries to make it to the door quietly, but as she nears it, the floor buckles under her foot with a loud squeak. Annoyed, she just my grammar is failing. Walks the remaining distance and looks through the peephole. To her relief, she recognizes her local mailman, holding another envelope in his hand. Mia grabs the letter and slams the door, impatient to rip the envelope open. There's another postcard inside, this time from Nikko, around 150 kilometers from Tokyo. She flips the card, another message, same writing as the last one. This is rather disconcerting. Hi, it's me. Are you even home? Why do you keep ignoring me? All you needed was just to pick a pen and paper and write something back. If letters mean so little to you, we'll see how you like it when we meet face to face. See you soon! Yours truly, Trevor, but capital letter T. The timing of the second letter, along with the different postcard, proves that the mysterious sender is serious. Not comfortable with this one-sided arrangement, Mia decides to visit the Shiokawa post office to gain more insight into the letter's origin. Also, yes, I think my fanfic is at 2,200 words-ish, so I am making progress on that. I should put up a menu. It's been almost a year since a childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without even saying goodbye. In a recent letter, he apologized for the disappearance and asked Mia to remove the furniture from his flat because he asked to this is a regular event. I don't know why I'm narrating. Anywho. The post office is crowded. A long line forming at the counter. I was thinking about the fanfic. A customer service rep looks tired as she inspects the envelopes. Or inspects the envelopes. The postmark dates are illegible, but it would take around 3 days for a letter from Tokyo or Nikko to reach us. Well, at least that's not too much of a delay. Or deli. And now we have to take care of Tuta-chan. Can we take care of Tuta-chan? Please tell me this is like 10 damage. It's not, and now I'm sad. Well, I can still get this encounter in under, 80%, but I'll take it. And now I have to find out if I'm doing a thing. I am, thankfully. You know what I'm also not doing? A thing. Oh boy. Jordan, please. Prep attack, prep strong. Help! Let's level up. Mysterious meat would be good. Otherwise, I'm not going to reroll. So we're just going to take more strength because more strength. And we're going to find out. So, without further ado, hey, listen to the man. We get to Lower Dew. I did not read the thing, did I? Anywho, Mia spends the rest of the evening trying to put her mind at ease, not really able to follow up on any other investigations. The next day, despite a full night of sleep, she's still anxious, the apartment no longer feeling like a safe haven. I'm remembering something I need to do, but I'll do that after the stream and hopefully it's okay. It's past the noon, and the mailman didn't come yet. Mia gets ready to check the letterbox downstairs just in case, but as she's about to leave the apartment, she sees a shadow passing under the door. Is there someone waiting right outside? Sneak to the door again. She sneaks to the door and looks through the people. The stairwell seems empty, straight lines curve through the glass. She opens the door and looks outside, but there's no one there. No one here. As Mia checks the letterbox, the mailman arrives, another envelope already out of his bag. She asks him if he happened upon anyone suspicious, just leaving the building, but only gets a confused headshake in response. She grabs the letter and retreats upstairs. This time, the postcard inside depicts Enokimura's town square, merely three train stops away from Shiokawa. I'm just gonna roll with it. Hey, no! Hey, neighbor, now is not the time. Although I have to take 6 damage? Please tell me I have bonus damage. Okay, good. I felt like I did, but I wasn't sure. Hi! Hi, Dad. Is this how you're going to treat me? You leave me no choice. If you don't want to be open with me, I'll just have to open you myself. Yours truly, T. Do 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 do. That does it. It's time to involve the police. Right, dog? Right, camping dog? Camping dog? Luck? No! Rolled an 8. A rude police officer at the reception desk tries to brush Mia off. Creepy male. We don't have time for that. Look around. It's as if the entire Shiokawa collectively decided to lose their minds. Mia insists, and he eventually relents and takes a note. He half-heartedly assures her a detective is going to call her as soon as one's available. Speaking of service, boy, it's still bad sometimes. And I'll just say that much. The hours pass, and Mia impatiently waits for the call from the police, running to the peephole with every noise outside just to see another neighbor passing by. Exhausted, she dozes off in the chair, only to wake up startled by knocking on the door. Just as she stands up to answer, the phone rings too. Hello? She decides to answer the phone first. The mailman can wait a moment. Hello? Hello? Shiokawa Post Office. Is this, the character? Mia recognizes the voice of the police office worker she talked with the other day. Found your number in a registry after you left. I tried to reach out to the Nico office to see, I think, if they noticed anyone suspicious. But they have a busy season and only got back to me today. Did we find out anything about the sender? Well, we don't know. We didn't know the exact day when it was sent, but turns out they got an automated sorting machine installed after the last year's tourist boom. And it should print a unique identification barcode on each processed parcel. We could check it out to verify the date on it, or even confirm who in their office accepted it. But yours is only this smudged postmark. It couldn't have been sent any time lately, not even this year. Are you sure someone didn't just put it in your mailbox? No, the letter from Tokyo was in the mailbox, but the letter from Nikko and from Enokimura were delivered in person. Enokimura? We didn't get any new letters for your address since we talked. I told our processing clerks to keep an eye out. Hello? Mia realizes on her door hadn't repeated. Mia realizes the knocking on her door hadn't repeated since she picked up the phone. She puts the receiver down and goes to the entrance. 7 experience. I wasn't looking at my doom. Has that been increasing? Anywho. To her horror, the lock clicks and the door jumps forward. Remember that time the building manager sent key duplicates to the tenants? But the door chain tightens and keeps them in place. After a moment, the door slowly creeps back, and then the mail slot... Why does she even need one if there's a letterbox downstairs anyway? Cover opens, and a hand makes its way in, searching for a prize. Wait... Mia stays still as the hand is followed through the slot by the rest of the arm, as the intruder tries to reach the chain. She can clearly recognize the sleeve as belonging to a mailman's uniform jacket. The arm now extends almost all the way from the mail slot to the chain lock, sliding across the surface of the door like the stiffest snake she's ever seen. Its length appears abnormally long and inhuman, or perhaps it's just an awkward angle of view? Wait, some more. With the tips of his fingers, the intruder slides the chain lock into open position. The hand quickly retreats. Mia holds her breath, trying to stay quiet. The door swings open and the postman steps inside, more annoyed than angry, a letter opener in his hand. Hi, it's me. I could hear you on the phone, you know? What was the plan again? Look what you're making me do. I gave you multiple warnings, multiple chances. Just tell me about your day, or write to someone, anyone, I don't care, so I can read it. But stop cutting me off. This is not just your life, it's mine too, you know. I'm motivated, invested. Or just leave the town, you're a wasting of address. Fight for your life. Mia's heard enough. This postman's clearly about to put the post back in post-mort. I messed it up. Mia braces herself for combat anyway. Muttering under the breath, eyes bugging out, wheeze neek, arms lanky and steady, the postman raises the letter opener like a digger and shovel and takes a step in Mia's direction. Or dagger, really. The most devoted with 35 HP and 3 stamina. This is going to be painful. Anywho, we have the stamina. The question is, do we have anything else? 95%. You know what? I forgot if custom enemies can have weaknesses. I feel like the answer is no, but I haven't made any real custom enemies. Anywho, we'll just take this 1 stamina damage and do our best. We're probably going to miss... I've accounted for missing twice, so we should be okay. Meaning we'll perfectly survive with 1 stamina if things go really badly. But I think we're okay. 25%. Or 95%. Why did I say 25%? Anywho. Oh, I was trying to option select the box cutter. That wasn't... Why did I... Oh, it's because Hey, you know what I forgot? You know what Jordan forgot to do? He forgot to calculate the fact that my base damage was at 3, and my damage modifier was only 1. So actually, I was getting 6 damage per attack, plus 1, which is 7 times 7, Jordan. Anywho, into Zectast we go. I'll get my salty run back, but anywho, into the Zectast run we go. More than perfectly survivable, but hey, let's just move on to the Zectast run. I'll narrate if I complete the mystery again. I'll try to go for the same one, so hey. Although, since we don't have sharpening stone, it might be a bit weird. Second mystery, charisma, second encounter, knowledge, light, and maybe dexterity. But more importantly, we're just gonna get back into that custom mystery because pain. So, Ghostly Spear will help immensely, and then we get to, I think, sell the notes as well. Out of curiosity, how much does it sell for? Oh, it wouldn't know where to find a buyer for it because it was actually supposed to be festival food, but in game anyway. Moving on. So yeah, let's just do it first. Salty run back, please. But with a lot of apartment, I mean, after a while, we are just going to be playing the custom mysteries again and again. So, obviously I'm not going to narrate, but I will be focusing on how to get through the mysteries. Like, this mystery is mainly just apartment in downtown. So, already, if you have this mystery in your run and you're playing with it, then you really should only need to worry about downtown threat level-wise. But apartments can be quite bad as well. Considering at least 2 encounters there that are bad, it can be quite bad. So, mainly I think it's the apartment stalker I'm thinking of, baseball bat, and the Twisted Corpse. But the Twisted Corpse, if you take it Mystery 1, it should be okay, because I think the Twisted Corpse has 16 HP, if I recall correctly, at base. But the 3 reason, however... You want to 2-turn that ghost encounter. This encounter, however, -2 all, I guess we'll just take it to the face. We almost get to one-shot it, but... And the blade breaks immediately. So... Do I want another weapon is the question sitting in my face. The answer is probably no for the moment. But hey, we'll do the same decisions for the moment. This mystery, if I recall, has 3 endings. I don't know why I had to think about that. But we should still be able to survive. If not, I'm going to be sad. 55%. This is a bit iffier. We have Ghostly Spear for this, but I don't want to use it too much. I can use it twice. This is quite a tanky boss encounter, so I don't mind using it twice here. Afterward, it'll depend on RNG. So I could try to take just 6 stamina damage. Actually, no. No, we have to do this. We have to do this. Otherwise, I could use Ghostly Spear in a hot moment. I guess I could. So 10 max stamina, but that's perfectly fine. I should have done this last turn to save on stamina, but it's fine. So, Mia watches from her apartment's window as in another timeline, paramedics rolled the mailman away, an armed police officer by his side, a small crowd of her neighbors, and random passersby clamoring outside, admiring the spectacle. He must have delivered millions of letters before. Did he really read them all? Did the sheer volume of prose slowly drive him insane? Or did a single message made for someone else's eyes make him snap? As they raise the stretcher up to put him in the ambulance, he looks straight at her. He visibly perks up as their eyes meet and waves with the uncuffed hand. Don't worry, I'll write you. Woo! I don't want to make the noise because robots. Yeah, weirdly enough, if you make certain noises, especially on stream, the robots can hurt your channel. I feel. If that's a wrong piece of misinformation, then just know that I'm a bit scared of robots. And who will increase strength because Zectast is about to... Zectast currently, gets rid of us at 44% doom, now 63%. But we still want to avoid as much pain as possible, so let's find out. Painting, botanist, we have auteur as well. We'll take painting for now. Light source would help. I think at least one of the characters I'm planning to play as this stream has a light source requirement, or a flashlight requirement, I believe. If I can recall anything correctly. Also, I'm taking a look at something and kind of getting a bit... Nice 12+2 roll, by the way, but anywho. I have to do something right after this stream, basically. And hopefully it works out. I would like Sharpening Stone, though, because this is not good. At all. If I visit the Rumu Ghost right after, just pain. Yeah, funny enough, right now, I would rather run into just 2 stamina, 2 reason loss events. That probably will do more for me than pretty much almost every encounter, save for the severed head. So, foreknowledge, rolled an 11, so hey, I can only laugh. Yeah, we'll decrease Doom by 3, but as we move on, we cannot save Amy, we don't have the damage, nor the HP. We have a Ghostly Spear, but that's a lot of Ghostly Spear uses that I don't want to do. And then I have to take a risk here, but if it happens, it happens. Partly the reason why I want Sharpening Stone, if this is going to be the last run for this character, but 80%. I should just do 90-90, but it's as close, it doesn't matter. I highly doubt the difference in 1% is going to be the difference. And if it does, then I should get a lottery ticket or something. I don't know. Anywho, we get out of painting. We get more Mystery Yakitori, which is great. But we don't need the reason right now. We need stamina. And into Auteur we go. I don't think there's really a boss fight, but we'll take it third. I've already gone through this mystery. Look for it in video form. And yeah, we'll move on. So I think this mystery takes us places, so... But the interesting thing about this mystery is that you want to fail a lot of the custom event checks, as we might see in a moment, unless I end up dying. Can I please stop rolling very high, though? That would be very nice. Funny enough, I talk about being in pain for table RPGs, but in a weird way, I'm actually looking for nat highs instead of natural lows, so... if I were to play at table RPGs. But as we fail our dexterity check and get experience for it, then yeah. We'll continue on. Again, as you just saw, a lot of the time failing, well, this time failing doesn't help, but why would I assume the highest stat I have might have a chance of succeeding? Even though no matter what, rolling high there would have actually... You know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, you do want to roll high in most table RPGs, so... unfortunately, that's not the case here. You don't want to roll high and roll to 4. The game is the one rolling against you. Investigate the prep room, by the way. Hello, well, look at these other props. Ritual robe, we're gonna get another one anyway, but I guess I can just sell this one. Oh, here's what I realized. That we don't have quick thinking, which is needed to get a better ending here, but hey. Actually, doesn't that mean there is a boss here? I can't remember, but we'll dance. Unfortunately, we succeeded, but that's the way it goes. Stay calm, question mark? Hey, rolled a 10 on knowledge, and now we're coughing blood. Cool. We need to get rid of that, because otherwise Zectas is going to doom us out, so yeah, let's get rid of this. There's the hasty aid. I'll hold on to the painkillers for a moment, but hey. I'd like to level up soon, though. Oh yeah, I really gotta take care of something before it gets out of control. Can I stop? I know, action, but as I think it's saying action, but you know. So we're gonna look for either quick thinking, and in fact, I'm gonna re-roll for it. Sharpening stone is nice, but we can't afford it. If for no other reason than Zictast. So we'll put on the ritual robe, but quick thinking is the go-to perk here. As I police station the patrols into the forest. That sounds weird saying that as a verb, but hey. And we should be able to make things happen. Now, we don't have either of these items, but it's nice that the mystery gives you a lot of ways to... a lot of things that can help you out, although on Harbinger, I don't know how often you're picking up a map and compass, so it really, I guess, depends on the custom character. And we have to follow the script because there's nothing else we can do. We have to follow the script again. There's nothing else we can do. And then we interrupt the ritual because, hey, hey, that's not cool. And so I guess I'll do this part. As the furious production team closes in on the deranged director, the sudden roar erupts all around Mia. The temple shakes violently, throwing her to the ground. The walls begin to crumble. "Look what you've done!" Kokoro's voice breaks as he looks up. "I'm sorry, I'd do anything for you. Have mercy." And we finally meet the target audience, which is actually a boss encounter. I lied. At least it's reason damage, and we have 2 sets of yakitori, and we have a lot of accuracy because this is a relatively low power enemy. 5 power is a very low, but we're taking a lot of damage here. So yeah. And I think with this we get to desperate action our way out? Question mark. Yeah, thank goodness. And if not, I would be very surprised. So I've never gotten this ending, so I will narrate over this part. Director's cut. With a final hearty throb, the shrine structure gives out and the roof crumbles completely, knocking Mia to the ground and obscuring her vision. The dust settles as the shell-shocked crew come to themselves. "Too much action. I'm going back to shooting pink films," the cameraman says, in-game, lifting the destroyed rig as the assistant director crawls out from under. The cast nervously pull robes off their backs. The villain curses after accidentally stepping on the sunglasses with a loud crunch, while the love interest and the partner share a drink from a miraculously surviving bottle. Kokoro-san is nowhere to be found, and neither are the masters of the footage shot so far. Was the ritual sacrifices planned from the beginning? The movie a sham excuse for collecting unwitting pawns for his schemes, or just a last-ditch maneuver to grab attention of I'm just gonna keep going. Petulant gods and save the troubled production. Fortunately, Mia managed to put a stop to his designs with her meddling, but it's too early to open the champagne yet. She can't stop the art, and she can't stop the artist. Another place, another rewrite. Kokoro-san will get out of development hell once again, and when his feature hits the silver screen, she'd better not peek between her fingers. In the meantime, she feels watched. Hey, that's ending A, by the way. We get more mystery yakitori, but again, we didn't need the reason. Now we need well, we actually do need reason, but either way, we need healing. We need a lot of healing. More stamina than reason, but I guess both are appreciated right now. So you know what? Fine. Mermaid's botanist, by the way. Into mermaids we go. So we die at 84% Doom. It's highly possible to complete this run in under 84% right now, but as I stretch for a moment. Oh yeah, this is very painful. So I would like to run, but yeah, we have to run. We have to run. So theoretically speaking, we have about 37% Doom left in this run, which isn't impossible. Also, we're in Mermaids now, so I'm going to switch the police station back. I know we have Botanist in a hot moment, but we have just as many school investigations, so... Oof. Take the reason hit, or stamina hit. Sorry, I messed up, because that event is flipped. Or is it flipped? No, I think it's okay. I can't remember. Anywho. We just swing for the fences, and if we hit all 4, we can do some desperate action stuff. I think we can still do some desperate action stuff. Can we? Kind of. 90%. Good. I mean, I saw the first one hit. That should have been okay. We're actually going to just eat this now, and we're branded. That's not great, but gonna have to deal with it because, boy, we don't have many other options. But yes, Sharpening Stone would help out immensely on Zictast. I don't really get that luxury. And since there are no strength perks, and I don't know if there ever will be one, I mean, it's a nice balance option, but objectively speaking, because there are no strength perks for characters in general, then you have to just manually increase your stats. Now, I didn't know I was going to get this, but you can't really rely on Zictast events, in my opinion, to get you out of zero statting, essentially. It is a nice little balance, and it is RNG based, so funny enough, Zictast is still balanced, but I would still prefer, I guess, kind of a little bit of a wait to increase stats. Because it doesn't need to appear immediately, you can still have it so that the game is pretty much random in terms of if you'll get the stat increase, but I'm just saying that maybe the game should, I mean, if doable, if I were to give a suggestion, then make it so that the Zictast event that appears is weighted more for the stat that the character needs. Now, that requires a lot of back-end work, so I'm not going to expect it anytime soon, but just know that would probably be the fix I would go with if I were to make Zictast a little easier, at least. I mean, the Band-Aid fix would just be to, as I get close to dying here, the Band-Aid fix would just be to increase the character stats by 1. All of their stats by 1, just for Zictast, but that's I think even that might be a little much, because then that removes any of the, I guess, the horror factor that is, I'm gonna zero stat. So, anywho. Really? I forgot. Why did I think that failing was stamina loss? And we're dead, because we're dead. So, yeah. On the other hand, yes, that is somewhat fair. Do I have anything? I don't. So we just die here, but it is what it is. Now that when I'm calm and thinking about it a bit more as a whole, Zictast is still balanced right now. It really is just mainly a character and their stat spread, so hey. But as we move into our next custom character, and I think I've taken steps to make things a little better. We'll see what happens. We're still going to be doing both custom mysteries if possible. But as we get into Ath, World of Horror character-specific custom character perks, yeah, 2 strength. If I didn't already go over it, usually having low strength and dexterity doesn't lend itself to a lot of good combat. Even though I hate dodge with all of my life, it's still an action that you can at least use if you are in need of... Because without it, if you're stuck in an encounter, you have no other options. You just accept death, I guess. There's no other... You have no other saving throw. So, second encounter, light, knowledge, charisma 8, Takshisan, and maybe a strength check. We're building into strength regardless, but we won't get it to 8. But hey, we'll do what we can. Go to a legal den and library notes really quickly. Sure, unfortunately we lost the notes, but memory extract is a pretty good spell, so you know what, I'll take it. And let's see what we have on our plate. We have, well, no recluse, scissors, flood, ramen, and nails. So I guess we're going to be going for the custom mystery 4th. This is not really a good run for taking it 3rd, because flood and, well, I could try to take scissors later. Don't know how good of a decision that would be. We're gonna look for an ally. Nope. And we're gonna look at the history club. This is a perception weapon, right? It is. I accidentally took the quick statuette because that's a UI thing, but you know what? It's not the worst item in the world, and our knowledge is at 8 now, so it's not so bad. However, this, we will just take a nap. Even though that doesn't heal us, I'd rather take 2 Doom. And then I'm looking over at something, and I'm looking at an animal and kind of deciding what I need to do. Anywho, I have not used the police station yet. Let's do that. Seaside Village. We'll do Village, just in case we need to visit it in Flood. And we might handcuff this boss. What's our luck? 5? Well, we rolled a 2 plus 1, so... doesn't matter, I guess. -2 reason, and we move on. If we only get through 3 characters, so be it. Again, the 4th character was someone we already did. However, I think they were updated, so... my eyes are kind of scanning around in my brain. But I'll do things. Yeah, I'll roll on 9282, why not? That way I can go for a reliable 2-turn, or not. I'm just going to go for it again, because the chance of me missing 2 of these attacks is quite low. That encounter, by the way, to put it in perspective, gives you 15 experience, while I think the Kinoko Gatherer, which has 24 HP and does -2 all, gives you 8. I'm not saying they all need to be balanced, I'm just saying that's the reality of what we live in. Also, did I not censor the boss of Teacher that one time? Well, we'll deal with it. Meanwhile, ooh, this is quite bad. If we hit both of these, we should be okay. We did not, so we are just gonna brace and then go into a desperate... or do nothing, I guess. We will desperate action. Can we do prep strong at least? We can. This should get us out. And away we go. Roads closed, and we're going into flood. Well, fair enough. Unless we get the school investigation, but... just to be safe, I'm going to take scissors instead first. So, diary. We're on timeline B. No recluse, because we're replacing that with the custom mystery. And we're going to go for 5 bows. And we hope. I could just eat this in the face. Yeah, for the sake of experience, we'll eat it. 1 reason for 5 experience, I think, is an okay trade. But hey. 80-70. I've got to 1-turn these at some point, so we'll just take 3 stamina and move on. Do we have Sharpening Stone, by the way? I don't think we do. 8 Charisma would be nice. I did not take Schoolyard, unfortunately, so... I think I'm just going to take Signed Contract instead. We'll take a point in Strength. I should heal Stamina, but... Nah. Nah. I think we one-shot this encounter. No, we don't. I need to throw the wooden bat, and I will be glad to. I could have just run away, but didn't feel like it. Hold on. Yeah, I had to mute for a moment because my nose, as I said, I just pretty much woke up, so my nose is congested. So, and I don't have a lot of medicine. This is reversed, right? No, it's not. It is not reversed. I'm going crazy. Anywho. Well, as long as nothing entirely strange happens, and by that I mean I don't fail more than 2, I should be okay. So the chance of me failing all 3 is low, pretty much. What, 12.5%? But it looks like our ritual is 4 bows and a clap, so... Joy! If I even remember that. I've forgotten my rituals a lot, even though I have it. I mainly remember it for Recluse, let's be serious here. So, as I get into Flood... 4 bows and a clap, and then we move on. I would like to 2-turn this encounter, or 1 turn, but I don't think we have the luxury there. So we're gonna do this. I should actually, I should actually trade some reason. I'm gonna actually go that far. We do have memory extract, so it's not so bad. But at the same time, leveling up is also important, so let's find out what happens to our face. As we run to the Young Witch. I think we 1-turned this, though, so it's fine. Also, that reminds me, yes, the fanfic is still going to be a Mizuki X Young Witch. It's not going to be explicit at all. It's going to be a nice little, quote-unquote, nice little fanfic. And you'll see when I get there. I don't know if I want to just give a quick preview, just to show that I at least have the fanfic written up, because I know I've said a lot of stuff and haven't really delivered, so... You know what? maybe it'll be a fun little end of stream thing where I do a Mizuki run and kind of give you a sneak preview. Because again, the real thing is supposed to come in the form of an audiobook quote-unquote audiobook. But it'll mainly just be me narrating, because I know that I'm not going to one-shot... audiobooks, funny enough, for those who don't know, they actually take some amount of work to do properly, because if you get someone stuttering through a narration, it's not great. Hey, you know what's also not great? Me not equipping the box cutter for this encounter, but hey. But yeah, last I counted, I think I was about 2,200 words plus through the fanfic, so I'm gonna do this in an attempt to get some damage on the boss, but mainly just to get rid of the other enemy, and then we just roll the dice and see where fate is. Now, I could memory extract. I would rather lose experience than just eat a bunch of damage to the face, but after a certain point, I would like to also desperate action, so you know what? We're gonna brace, and then I think I get a kick. 55? Yeah. Please hit this kick, by the way. Thank you. That way I can get out. Now, we're missing a lot of reason, but it's not so bad. I could also do like, nope, no we can't. Never mind. I'd rather stay at 22% Doom and then move on. As we get into our fourth mystery, which is going to be a custom mystery. For all intents and purposes, I should heal my reason here, but we have the bath for that, so it's fine. And into Postal we go. I think both of these mysteries are made by the same person, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't looked at the exact author, but I looked at the naming convention of the Ito file, and it should be the same. So just open the door, scoffing at the sudden bout of paranoia. We walk to the door. Again, not really going to do anything else. So that's free reason, apparently. Didn't know that. I do look at Ito files just to make sure that everything, and, the file structure of most mods to see if they're working correctly. But there's only so much I can do. Oftentimes I just skim through and then play the mystery or character or event, and pretty much hope that, the mystery character event doesn't crash. And if it does, then I go check to see what happened. But anywho. Yeah, so this mystery shouldn't be as hard as it normally is, but it is, it can be a bit of a problem when you decide to fight the boss and you're not prepared, because that's 30 plus HP you need to chew through. And sometimes you just don't have the damage output to deal with it. Now, normally you should be prepared for a boss, but if you're playing on Harbinger, it can be a bit difficult at times, so... It can be a bit difficult at times. We'll go in with two reasons. We have the spells to spare. In fact, I should forget at least one. We don't have paranoia, so all we can do is grab the card and move on. Hey, a postcard from Shiokawa. Hi, it's me, 5 Doom. Which isn't so bad. We had scissors and flood this run, so... as it says. Ow, 4 stamina. Hey, we got stabbed. Apparently. Let him ramble, just to see what happens. Hey, +1 Doom. Tuesday. Hey, 10 experience. Run to the phone and fail dexterities. And we're fighting anyway. So, forgot to equip the box cutter here, because I should have done that just out of safety, but... we're here. I think we get to do this. Do you get a guaranteed strong? Do we get anything else? Not really. So we take 4 stamina to the face, and I guess we're going to cast Mind Drain a few times. Because we're perfectly at 3 stamina, which means I am free. Free to enact vengeance on those who've imprisoned me. But more importantly, get out of this encounter before I die. I'm gonna level up quickly, just in case. Get nothing. I mean, I can increase charisma, but... hey. And, let's get our ending A. That's ending A, by the way. But, as we use the corpse dust and move on with our lives, this is also the regular Ath run, so... if that was Ictast, it would have been a bit scarier. But let's go into Ramen and move on. So, yeah. I mean, that and starting with the weapon. We've played 2 characters that start with weapons now, except we're going to run away here, because we're not going to deal with that. And yeah, if I don't finish the fanfic today, it should be done by tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have the audio, quote-unquote, audiobook visual, or whatever you want to call it, read-along. I guess we'll call it the read-along video. And just as a sneak preview, nice luck roll, by the way. I guess having 3 luck doesn't matter. But it's gonna be... I'm gonna be doing a Mizuki run while basically reading the fanfic. So that's gonna be the plan for the read-along, unless someone has a better idea. And I don't doubt that someone has a better idea, but I'm just doing the best with what I've got. We're also running from this encounter, by the way. Let's use the doom we have and save on resources. That's what's happening here. Although I should really equip the box cutter at this point. There's no reason not to. But the encounters I've run into so far have not been, even with the box cutter, or not really encounters I would want to fight. So we'll throw both of these away to guarantee a level up. And then we will move on with life. We should be able to survive no matter what. So yeah, aside from that, I don't know if I'm going to do another Batsu soon, because, again, if you've been tuning into this channel recently, or have heard me stream on another platform, I've talked about how I need to do some stuff, because I had to swerve recently in real life, so yeah, I've had to swerve, and hopefully things turn out a little better than they are now. It doesn't even need to be... My life doesn't need to do a complete turnaround. It just needs to be better than it is now. Because, yeah, things happened, and now I need to do things. Along with wanting to either... needing to open up another Patreon page. I'm kind of waiting, because I am waiting for certain things to happen. So, once they do... That should be... And again, I'm not going to charge anyone. I will just open up at least a free tier. If nothing else... Or not a free tier. But you can just open up a Patreon page and just put things out for everyone to see. I want to do that because it would... Hold on. Still does 1 damage. Anywho. It would allow me to have a backup place in case... At least so for important videos. So that... If anything happens to this channel for whatever reason, whether it is robots, whether I get hacked or whatnot, then I have another alternative option as I get into a Zectast run with the same character soon. And some people may be wondering, or may ask why I am not doing I wouldn't just set up a Discord server. It's because I don't have mainly I don't have the time to manage a Discord server. So, as we get into Zectast, Knight Errant character exclusive, random item, custom character. Knight Errant as well. Yeah, I don't have the time. Even if I were to say, even if I had someone I trusted to moderate the Discord channel, which is a big ask in itself, not for the reasons that you think, I just wouldn't have the time to even just check in, because it is a big responsibility having to deal with even just, if you have mods, making sure that they're doing the right thing, making sure that they're making healthy choices that are for the good of everyone, really, who's interested in my channel. Tachi-san, light to knowledge, second, and maybe strength. But my main, yeah, it's mainly a time issue. Whereas Patreon, I can just throw things up normally and would be okay. I did have a Patreon page set up, but I took it down because I didn't really see the value in it, and now I do, because again, mainly, a lot of YouTube channels have been getting hacked here and there, so I just want to be sure that nothing weird happens. Now, and before anyone wonders, it's like, well, Jordan, aren't you usually paranoid enough to avoid weird things happening? Nah, not really, because all it takes is one bad accident, and it is accidents sometimes that causes hacks to happen. Then my channel becomes an NFT channel, and that's really bad. I probably shouldn't have even said the phrase, but hey. Bulletin, Recluse Painting, Otter, and Postal. So, I should just do Recluse now. I'm not going to really get any better, so Bulletin Painting. We can try to go for Ending A Painting, but for now, let's do this and see. We can get rid of Suicidal, because we're not playing with a certain custom mystery that I think this character is built for, but you can play every mystery with every character, I don't think we have a mystery yet that a creator has asked you to play a certain character, but I would probably be the first one, because just to put it out there, I am making mysteries that are geared towards characters, but at the same time, I also want to make an alternative version of those mysteries that allow you to play not allow, but are more geared towards playing any character. And the way that would work essentially is that, if you're wondering how that works in practice, again, you can't really stop someone from playing a mystery as any character, but you can certainly add in gameplay aspects that make it harder for you to succeed. Now, a very extreme example, and not that I'm going to do it, is that say you have a custom character that starts with the Fast Swimmer perk, and then in the custom mystery, you can essentially lock someone into an option if they don't have Fast Swimmer that essentially does like 10 stamina damage. That's your incentive to play as certain characters, but regardless, though, that's the kind of example I'm talking about when I mean making mysteries that are geared for certain characters. So essentially allowing you to make the mystery easier, but at least for me, when I'm making mysteries like that, I essentially give you choices that will. I just need to make sure I'm filling this bottle of water, but where you can level up and get a perk, but if you don't have the perk, you're still going to suffer. But if you do level up and grab the perk, then you can make use of it. Now, obviously, you can never really lock someone out of... choices, because in the end, you can just give custom characters perks. Some characters may share perks that you can grab on level up, so after a point, but you can essentially still make mysteries more centered for the character, especially if you... Again, a very extreme example is having a custom character that has, to say, 2 perks or status effects, and then making 2 events that would unlock choices based on those 2 status effects, and then add more choices that rely on perks. So therefore, you need to have certain perk packs to try to have the chance of hitting every single decision. That would be kind of a pain to do, but if you structure your mysteries right, it can be at least an interesting experience. But anywho, we're here in Bulletin trying to make things work. I totally forgot I was on Zectast for a moment, but that's a success. That's a success on luck. -1. Well, I mean, it could just be worse, but hey. Then we'll move on. Oh, my back. I just realized since we have Postal this run, we may have to... I mean, we'll see if I do it right, because the difference between me streaming it and me making a video on custom characters is that I can go back to a video. I mean, I can go back to a stream and censor things as well with YouTube's inbuilt editor, or as much as I can do, but during a video, I have more leeway to stop things before they happen, because if you stream something, say you're streaming Honey Pop, I can say the name because I've played the game before, and you forget to, let's just say, throw up a censor. You forget to throw up a censor, and that can result in some really weird things. So, yeah. Isn't Honey Pop banned on Twitch, by the way, if I recall correctly? So, I mean, there's not much to say, period. End of the sentence, end of the story. Ghost Connection, signed contract. I'll take signed contract, please, so I don't have to suffer from things. But at the same time, if I did not have Recluse and I think something else, well, or mainly Recluse, this mystery would be a lot worse, because Knight Errant is not going to be friendly to me in a hot moment. Knight Errant means I definitely need to go for Ending A and Postal and Auteur. But for Auteur, I want to take Postal first, so that I can try to get Quick Thinking. Quick Thinking would also help out right now, so it'll do a twofer for me, but if I don't get Quick Thinking, we just have to eat the Knight Errant penalty to the face, I guess. But first, into painting we go. We'll try to do this boss fight. I don't know if it's going to be doable. We'll see how hurt we are at the end of this. But boy. 6 knowledge, please. Nope, we failed that, so we're not doing the boss. This is near impossible, save for 89 dodges in a row. Even with Yasugi-san being a bro, we're probably not going to be able to do the boss here. I mean, it was effectively a 9 roll, but would have been nice. Hold our breath. Oh my goodness, I rolled a 12. Didn't matter that my strength was 2, but we'll continue moving on. Oh my goodness. If I only get through 2 custom characters, so be it. I guess, I mean, narrating a mystery does inflate the time needed to complete a run. I mean, that's just the way it goes. I've seen people new to World of Horror play the game and narrate. I know how long it can take, but as we take our Knight Errant penalty and get closer to dying at 63% Doom, yeah, it's not undoable, but boy, is it very, very... It's going to be very close. Can we do this, by the way? We can. It would be very helpful. Thank you. And then we take our Knight Errant and Zektas penalty to the face. So, really looking for quick thinking here. We didn't get it. So, instead what we're going to do is take folklore studies, and then we have to increase strength and cross our fingers and hope that we complete Otter. Otter? Is that... Am I pronouncing it right? Otter? No, Postal. Postal in a good amount of Doom. I would have liked to buy cigarettes. I would have liked to have bought cigarettes, but I don't think I get the chance to. So instead I'm going to monument immediately. We do get to spend funds, so that'll help a little bit, and then we move on. But most importantly, we need to somehow level up and grab quick thinking. Otherwise, we're probably going to die. We might just end up dying immediately anyway, but we'll struggle as much as possible. So we take 4 stamina damage to the face, and we miss an 85%. So now we need to hit both of these. Okay, good. Let's keep moving on. And let's keep moving on. So yeah, unfortunately I might have to cut this stream short because I'm seeing something that is requiring my attention. So yeah, I'm not going to try to rush this run, but just know I usually want to play characters kind of... I want to play characters at my best so that I'm giving them a fair review. But, as I am about to die here in a hot moment, we need a monument again, ask for funds, or that. Either way, we need to go for ending A. I don't think that's going to be possible, though. So, no, my streams have been becoming shorter on time. I mean, I've still been streaming for a near hour, and that's usually the bare minimum I want to do, but pretend I'm not home? I haven't tried that yet. Oh, that's 5 Doom. Never mind. That's not great. I think we're dead here, so whoops. That's just a lot of pain. A lot of pain. We get out of the mystery, and that's not ending A, so we take the Knight Errant penalty as expected, and we are dead. 2-0 statting. So, yeah, that was interesting to see. At least I've showcased them. I didn't narrate through, but I highly suggest... I think more people have started coming on to the World of Horror Discord as I die here really quickly, and finding out about the custom content that exists there. And turns out that a lot of good custom content and a few packs, but you get the point, is on the World of Horror Discord channel. You can search for it yourself or go through to the World of Horror Reddit on the right-hand side, or if you're on mobile, it should be somewhere. The Discord invite should exist somewhere. But otherwise, yeah, that should be near the end of the stream. Again, I'm working on the fanfic. That's probably going to be working on mostly for the day. And other than that, for this channel, I might be I'm working on another custom character, but mainly also focused on the mystery. So, in priority order, the fanfic, the custom mysteries that I'm working on, and then another custom character. I definitely want to keep knocking out custom characters, but real life dictates that I focus on the fanfic for now, as I get to work on stuff. Otherwise, let me know what you think of anything I've gone over, whether through talking or through gameplay. And, you know, if anyone has anything to say, I'll give you another minute as I close out this stream. So, yeah, memberships are open. I normally don't, you know, do this little part, but one, YouTube likes it, and two, I've got a long time without really doing this stuff, so stuff like, hey, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, although, you know, funny enough, the quality of viewers on my channel is definitely high, because I look at my analytics, and it shows that I have a higher than average, I guess, people that are subscribed who are watching my videos, on top of other analytics that I've forgotten the exact names, but just know that it's a lot of my things are above average, so I think I'm doing well. It's just that, yes, normally I'm unlucky, and two, I do make a lot of mistakes, and three, I'm not putting out as much content as I could be, but I've got to focus on the things in real life that I should focus on. But maybe I'm making bad choices here and there, maybe I should be doing other things. But if that's the case, that's why I want to at least interact with my audience, if for no other reason than improving myself as a human being. I think there's something to say in... While yes, you can have an on and off mode in terms of this is me as a streamer, and this is me in real life, at the same time, I think there is some truth in trying to become your personality, if the personality that you put forth in streams and or videos is overall a better human being. Now, that's not saying... I'm not outing myself as, oh, I'm suddenly, you know, I'm some terrible human being in real life, although there are parts I need to work on as a human being in real life. But just to say, like, that's why in some videos here and there, I do say, I do think making this channel makes me a better human being in general. Or maybe not, I don't know. I hope it's for the best, but things can only happen as they happen. So without further ado, I think now that's how I'm going to be closing out this stream. I will be doing more custom characters and whatnot, but we'll see what happens later on. One last thing, if I do complete the Nuzlocke for whatever reason, soon or later, the plan was to go deeper into custom content, but because the Nuzlocke was always, well, along with just being a fun thing to do and a challenging thing to do, however challenging it may be, it was always kind of meant to be a bare-based minimum for me to move on to custom content. But, you know, whatever happens will happen, and I guess if things turn out for the better, they turn out for the better. I definitely hope they don't turn out for the worst. But so yeah, one last thing, for the final time, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Otherwise, memberships are open if you want a more monetarily helping out support, if for nothing else, for this channel. Yes, obviously, I do have Streamlabs and stuff open, but I think you can find those yourself if you want to support me more directly. I used to say that YouTube was directly, and it is helping me directly as well, but they each have their point. I mean, I guess I can just say this outright, because there's nothing really stopping, unless I'm making a mistake. But, yeah, getting paid out through YouTube isn't really direct, because you have to wait for a threshold. This is kind of common knowledge you can look up yourself. So I think the threshold is... It hovers somewhere around $1,000, so once that gets saved up through the AdSense revenue, then you can finally cash out. Whereas if you donate directly through someone's Patreon or Streamlabs, they are definitely getting that money at least on a monthly basis, if not quicker, so, you know. But yeah, that's just a little food for thought so that you know how things work on the creator side of things, and so I can be transparent as well. I think being transparent is normally a good thing, but... yeah, one last, I guess for the final time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye!